Yo guys, what's good? Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm breaking down one of the cleanest confluences I use in my trading, Sequential SMT. So before we get into Sequential SMT, let's quickly go over SMT. SMT is when two closely correlated assets, such as the NAS 100 and the S&P 500, move slightly out of sync. So for example, both might be trending up and one makes a higher high while the other fails to do so. That divergence gives you a heads up that momentum might be shifting. It's a sign that one side of the market is running out of strength. So SMT we use as an extra confluence. It's not something you trade alone with. It's something you combine with your bias, structure and timing model. Think of SMT like an extra piece of confirmation that turns a normal setup into a A+ setup. Now let's move into quarterly theory, which gives you context when these SMTs are most likely to happen. So we have the yearly cycle quarters. Jan, Feb, March, Q1. So each 3 months is a specific quarter in the year, as you could see there. And then we have the monthly cycle quarters, which are 4 weeks in a month. So we split it up into 4 quarters. And then the same with the weekly cycles. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then the daily cycle quarters is each session. So there are 6 hours in the session, and that we split up into 90-minute cycles. And then we split the 90-minute cycles up into four, which are 22.5 minutes each quarter for the microcycle. Alright, now that you understand normal SMT and the time theory behind it, let's talk about sequential SMT. This is like the advanced version, a deeper dive that makes you way more precise. So as you can see here, SMT only occurs between two consecutive quarters. So for example, Q1, Q2 can only happen between Q1 and Q2, not Q1 to Q3. So let's say Q1 is Asian session and then Q2 is London. So on S1, London takes out Asian session low, and then we have S2 that fails to take it out, and then we will build our trade off that structure. But for sequential SMT to work, we only take the highest to the lowest point of the previous quarter. So for example, Q1 Asian session range, we take the low and the highest point. We wait for Q2 London session to wipe out either and create a sequential SMT for us to build our trade off of that. That's how I use it. Alright, now let me show you guys exactly what it looks like in real time. So as you can see here on NQ, we are on the 15-minute time frame, by the way. We have London's high over here, London's high on ES, my bad, on ES over here, and then YM over here. So NQ was the only one to take out London's high, creating a high, which is sequential SMT. And this is how I became bearish while using my own strat, obviously. But as you could see, I marked a true session open. We will get to that in the next slide, but I just wanted to show you guys how this look on a chart. Now the last piece I want to touch on is true opens. That's what ties it all together. True open is simply the open of a key time frame, and the one you choose depends on your model. For most intraday setups, I'm looking at the daily and the 4-hour opens, but you can go deeper and refine it to the 15-minute or even the 1 minute if you're scalping. Knowing where true open sits helps you align your entries with premium or discount zones. So basically you would want to see SMT, a sequential SMT below the true open for premium or discount in context obviously. And then more importantly, there are specific times to mark the Q2 open, which I would use these times over here for whatever time frame you're comfortable with using. If you're a scalper, you're a swing trader, day trader, you know, where the true quarter open, use a daily time frame. The through month open use the 4 hour, through week use the 1 hour, the through day use the 15, and then through session use the 5 minute, and in the micro session you use the 1 minute. So each Q2, the start of each Q2 you mark out like there's going to be Q2 of the month, the second week, you mark out the through month open of the 4 hour. The through week Tuesday, you use the 1 hour, you mark out the through week open. Same with all the time frames. You have to align each. It's very, you have to be very specific with the times. Okay, and then lastly we have swag. You know, I want you guys to have some swag with your trading. Add some swag, back test this with your strat, see if it works, see how it works. Maybe ask me some questions in the comments. Drop a like if you have some swag. And yeah, man. And I'll be dropping more videos coming soon. So hopefully, guys can ask me some in the comments what I should drop